Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be taking a look at Ringotron by Quantovox. It's all about the ring modulation. We're going to do it all now. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the show. My name is Jade. Get the logo up there. Yo, doing good. I'm really pumped and really under a lot of pressure today. Man, try and calm down. There's my name. Don't wear it out. Hope you're all doing good. Welcome to our Wart Warriors. You can become one by clicking the join button down below if you're on a desktop, or the link that is in the description to join for $1 a month and become a Wart Warrior member of the channel. It does surely help the channel. And Leela taking over for moderation today. Thomas Christ isn't here. He's got stuff going on with the family. We wish you well, Thomas Christ. Send lots of love to Thomas because he's awesome. You can send super chats to all that stuff. There's the link if you want to join down below. Boom, we're all happening. I'm out of breath again already. Why? Because this show is, I haven't had enough time to really prepare for today because things changed last night and I have to leave as soon as this show is over and jump on a train for a 3-hour train ride to film this week's Walk With Me episode. So, yeah, there's that. So that is going on right now. So I'm a little bit under the pump. I've got all my bag packed, everything ready to go. As soon as this show ends, I am running out the door and have to make a bus and 2 trains and yay. But it's going to be cool because this week's Walk With Me, I will be hand feeding kangaroos and emus. I'm heading somewhere absolutely beautiful today. But it's a long way away. And I'm not telling you where it is because there's weirdos on the internet who like to dox you. And I don't really want that to happen. Thanks, Leela, for posting a link to the Patreon. But today we are looking at Ringotron. And I do see Zoltan. I need to have an effect on for this, don't I? I don't have my stuff set because of Gladys. Oi. We have the developer here in the chat from Quantovox, Zoltan. It's all Jamie's fault, Zoltan. So welcome aboard. I know I'm going to botch this up terribly, so just bear with me, all right? Just bear with me. Hello to Rise of Dark Leela. Audible, a video. Don't even start me today or I'll have you put in a timeout Audible video. Kurt, what's going on? Ed Zielinski. Oh, man, so much pressure. Semtex Cow, hello. Oh, let's go up here. Isomatic, hello. Heathen Granny, hello to all of you. If I've missed you, I've missed you. I hope you're doing good. All right, let's go. So we got some updates I need to quickly cover. Let's do that. Brad, example, what's going on? All-star audience today. Yeah. You know what, dude? I used to drive a car and it's so, living in Melbourne there's so much, we have the best public transport system in the world. There's just no point owning a car. You know, the cost of a car compared to public transport, you can get anywhere in this, all for $10 in a day. It's ridiculous. We have the best transport system in the world. I challenge anyone. All right, let's over to the big community where we've got some updates. Let's do a refresh. Time Machine by 4 Pockets is on offer, yeah? So where we are, what page am I on now? This is thebeatcommunity.com, your one-stop shop. You really should check this out. Save it to your favorites. Not only do they cover iOS updates, but samples, expansions, desktop software. So Time Machine by 4 Pockets has had an update. Man, NerdSynth got a massive update. Awesome update, big update, really big one. So if you don't already have NerdSynth, you should have it because it's cheap, it's wicked. I've got preset pack in it that's sick, and it just continues to get better and better. Audio Kit Pro update, King of Digital. Dahlia Sabin has updated FMQT, which we covered on the show. Hello, Perpetual Platypus. Chemol K has updated auto fills, the drum fill generator. Ryder Kira has updated KQ MIDI modulate, which I still haven't covered. This gradient synth, which I've been on a beta for a while, has finally come out. Weeping Walls had an update, and Akil from Weeping Wall has another app coming really soon, guys, and trust me, it's awesome. It's still in beta. Riffler and Riffler Flow are on price drops at the moment. Patterning has been updated. For some reason, I can't get patterning to load in Logic anymore. Something weird about that, but it works everywhere else. So more bugs. Remember, folks, if you come across a bug in an app, don't go to the App Store and leave a shitty review. Go to the App Store and find the app. Look for it. Like today, look what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go type in Ringotron. Not saying that there's any bugs. Ringotron, find the developer, scroll to the bottom, and you'll see down here there's a developer website. You can normally click on this and find the developer. If you do a little search, you can normally find some, look down there, product support. There's a link. Send them an email. Send them an email, send a screenshot or a little video just saying what's going on, because leaving a shitty review doesn't help. It just leaves a big shit stain on the app forever. And so even when they go and fix the app, that shit stain stays and they can't get rid of it. So your little problem could get fixed and it'll still be sitting there, and it will deter other people from buying apps. Hello, Midnight Bandit. We featured you, was it yesterday? Yes, with Kid Kane, what's going on? All right, where I lost my place. Let's come back over here. Boom, we're back over here. So that's all the updates there. We've got price drops. Let's scooch over to price drops and see what is happening. Man, look at these things, these ukulele tuners. If you can't tune a ukulele without an app, I don't know what to tell you. Time Machine is down to $4.99 from $10. What else? A lot of guitar tuning things. DS is down from $10 to $7. We've got Riot to Cowers apps on sale. Remember, FabFilter has a huge sale going on at the moment. You want to grab at least one of them. At least one. It'll change your life. Maybe not. MK Sensation, Basilicious, the gospel musicians have stuff on sale as well. But today we are taking a look at Ringotron. Now, this is really cheap. It's $4. Why is it so cheap? Well, I don't know. No, it is cheap, and you know, it's definitely worth your time to get. It's definitely worth your time to get. And a lot of other Quantovox apps. If we jump over here, you may see, now I don't think I can see the prices because I own them all. Look at me, I own them all. But yeah, they're normally a little bit more expensive. Now you may know, Zoltan from Spatializer and TruePan and RealPhase. So, and a Midside Continuum, all apps I've covered here on the show. Spatializer is one of those apps that everybody just, everyone you speak to loves this thing. So it is a stereo width divider, spreader, manipulator, and it's just way above its pay grade. It's a wonderful app, and Zoltan puts out awesome apps. So $3.99, we've covered that. It's a steal. Now, let me be completely transparent. Instead of being transparent right yet, let's just play something that I made with it. Yeah. So what have we got in here? We've got like a whirly. We've got a patterning 3. I think we've got a this thing, the monolith, which has had a huge update and some free bass sounds in it. Butter synth, strummer. We've got a couple of Chems apps, and we've got a couple of scalers in here, and we've got Ringotron on everything. So yeah, let's just hit play and let's do the thing and make some sound and see what this thing sounds like. I'll shut up now. I got to agree with this. Where's that comment I just saw? I have to admit, this is the most musical ring mod. Now, ring mods have never really been one of the things I always go to. It's one of the things I always kind of look at last. It just is what it is, you know. But when something comes along, it's kind of like, with scalar EQ. Scalar EQ, it takes EQ and turns it musical. And this, I think, is possibly one of the most musical ring mods I've heard, because it does add musicality to it instead of just, I don't know, static ring modulation. But what is ring modulation, you ask? Well, I don't know. Let's ask an expert. So, ring modulation, how does it actually work? So what is a ring mod? Essentially, it's an audio mixer that combines two signals and outputs their sum and difference while subtracting the original frequencies. As an example, if you send a 100 hertz sine wave and one 400 hertz sine wave to a ring mod, then it will output two frequencies. The difference signal of 300, 400 minus 100 becomes a signal of 500. So, yeah, that doesn't help anybody. But ring modulation has been around for a long time. Now, this particular one, we're going to scooch back over here. I'm going to close this out. And as I said, I saw, was it, you asked Chicago Timer? You asked about, yes, here we go. Loopy Pro, yes. Look, I've done a bunch of shows on Loopy Pro. I love Loopy Pro. I think it's sick. It just continues to grow and grow and grow and grow. I did an entire series using Loopy Pro and made an entire song with it, released the song, did all that. So that's here on the channel. I love Loopy Pro. And it's about time. It's getting close for the yearly update where all the new features are going to hit with like a whole bunch of MIDI stuff. I'm on the beta. I'm always on the beta. So there's some really good stuff coming up. Every year you get to decide if the pay model's really good with Loopy as well too. Whatever you've paid for in the past, you get to keep. And when the yearly update comes out, it's up to you if you want to pay. But whatever you've paid for in the past, you get to keep. So I really love that. I can't talk shit about it. It's a really good app, you know. So I've got a very basic thing in here. Oops, I opened the wrong one. That was silly. Let's load this up. Ringotron test. And basically in here, I've just got a piano, yeah? Keep it nice and simple so we can hear what this thing does. Now, as I said at the top of the show, let me bring this down a bit. As I said at the top of the show, I'm a little bit underprepared today because of a whole bunch of things that happened. So I do apologize in advance. Zoltan, because I probably won't get everything right today. And just to let you know, here's the other thing. The manual's not fully finished yet. so there's that, right? There's that. And I did notice that everyone else who's done a show on this has done non-speaking shows. So I think people are a bit scared. But I'm going to give it my best today. Because I'll tell you what, Zoltan makes really, really clever apps that are so clever, dumb shits like me barely understand them. Non-speaking, yes, it's just like, a demo of just the music, just twiddling knobs. Thomas, welcome, Thomas. Good to see you. And yes, if you do have any questions, ask Zoltan, and he will help you out. Much love to you, Thomas. I said at the top of the show, you may not be here, but sending you lots of love. All right. So yeah, the manual is getting updated constantly. All right, and if you got any questions, aim them over there or over there, wherever we are. So let's load in Ringotron. And straight away, you're going to hear a difference to this piano. Very standard ring modulation sound. That frequency that you can't deny. Let's have a look at it. So what is it? Ringotron is a two-way parallel ring modulator, and it provides deeper control over transformational effects inherent to traditional ring modulation. It contains two modular elements, both of which apply to specific parts of the audio spectrum. Frequency bands, see across the top here? This is our frequency band here. And we have two principal parameters. So we have our center frequencies over here. Now, these, let's just say left and right. It isn't left and right as such, so like a left speaker and a right speaker. Don't think like that. As you can see me move this, we're moving one of these ring modulations across the frequency spectrum. Now, as we go further up this end, you're talking 20 hertz. And if we go to the other end, you're looking 8 kilohertz. Sounds like an ice cream truck, doesn't it? But we have two of these. So even before you do anything else, you can create some really nice sounds with these two sliders. Now I'm just going to skip over here to our blend because you can blend these sounds. There's your piano sound by itself. So if you just want to blend in a little bit of this, you have the power to do so. Now our next section here is a modulator wave frequency. So again, the left one is going to change this one over here. So this control, same as this control. I just want you to hear what's happening. And what's beautiful about the readout here, you can see the colors. So there's always a little difference that happens in here, letting you know what's happening. So you can see the colors changing along here. So this is our modulator wave frequency. And yes, so we have modulation in here. We'll get to that. But also, all the parameters are open up here, so if you want to use external modulation, you can do that as well. Now, these left and right sliders, they run parallel to here. So you've got left and right here. So the left one is going to control the top gain, and this side is to do with this one over here as well, right? So these elements. Now you can see the one on the left, you've got gain. So this just controls the overall amplitude of the band. And when it goes all the way down to 0, you'll see the node will just completely vanish. We have a Q factor here as well for both of them. So it controls the sharpness of the band, or in a way the width of it. right? So think about an EQ. Hello, Pookie. So you can see as we turn this up, it tightens. And as we pull it down, it gets wider. So we also have here a depth control. I'm just want you to hear what's going on. So the depth control has a whole bunch of things going on inside it, not just, so it has a number of effects, and we're talking like a gain increase, modulation of wave frequency doubling, and it can also alter a section that we haven't seen yet, which is the stereo phase and the phase, but we'll get to that. Hey Nino, what's going on? So even before we get to modulating anything, we've taken this to hell already. I love it. Now with ring modulation, what can happen a lot of the time is it can get really, really high frequencies and really, annoying to the ear. And what Zoltan has put in here is a little softener here at the end. So this can help with just softening sounds. Let's move to our next tab. So again, remember today, I'm flying a little bit blind, but I'm doing my best. So with these sections here, thanks Brad for filling the place full of skulls. You've got these, we'll wait till the skulls go away. We've got these two little arrows here, and we can actually go left and right to these two other sections. Down here also, I'm just going to pull this down for a second. We've got a main and a mod. So here's where our modulation is, and here's our main section. And both of these have, by moving the arrows, you can move to different sections, right? So let's stay in our main section. So the next page here is where we find our stereo phase, our stereo center frequency, and stereo modulation wave frequency. So the stereo phase, first, let me just control this a little bit. It's a phase difference between left and right channels. And that is represented here. You can see this splitting into two. So going from going to the right, is the right and the left. And you should be able to hear it with headphones. The center band frequencies are being shifted in opposite directions, either left or right. And this creates a asymmetric kind of stereo effect. And we have a stereo modulator here. But we can also, on our next tab, we can also come in here and we can tempo sync. We can tempo sync this, which all we need to do is turn these on. And now you're here within that, we've got that modulation happening. And this is sunk to tempo when it's turned on, yeah? Our phase here shifts the modulator wave phase. And you can see these two sliders here, they change to what it is sunk to, yeah? So you can see we've got a 16th, we've got a bar. So I'm just going to head back to our stereo phase here. Now, I mentioned earlier, this depth, these two depth knobs, I'm going to turn them down. And watch, see these little purple circles here? Now, again, I don't know the correct, I'm still behind because the manual's not fully finished. And I'm shit at ring modulation. So, but you, excuse me. What you will notice, see these little purple lines here around this stereo phase? They will move position when we change the depth here. So I'm going to turn this all the way up. And you can see how they've moved further up compared to this one, which is set to a lower. All right, let's head to some modulation. To turn on modulation, you just need to choose what you would like. So you've got a sine wave, you've got triangle, you've got a square, and you have a whole bunch of steps in here as well too. So we'll just start with a sine. Now with these on, you are syncing this. So as you turn up the rate, this is sunk to your BPM. Or if you have it off, you have an open rate, yeah? Now, of course, I'm going pretty extreme here. So we're at our halfway point. I need to run an ad because YouTube forced me to do it every day. So every day we run an ad just so I have a point to fix when the show goes up later on. So if you want to avoid the ad, you can just skip it or become a YouTube Premium subscriber. The ad has been run. And while we're waiting for that to happen, let me just run through what's going on for the rest of the week of shows. Tomorrow we are taking a look at this Banshee Nano from Aurora DSP. I'll be doing some vocals. This is a really cool vocal chain app. There's that. We're also the day after looking at Chaos Arp. There's that. And we're closing out this week. No interview this week, but instead we have Pete Johns coming on for episode 1300. And we're going to be talking about AI and the effects of AI across everything, even the new iOS 18 that has been announced. Boom. And I think the last app we're reviewing this week, it's a double show. We're looking at Jan May's two new apps, JAMP Acoustic and Fair Limiter. So that is happening. Hopefully people are back from the ad and we can come back and continue. Boom. So we also have over here, I will come back to the mod because here we have a filter. Let me give some volume. And we've got a phase for both of these as well. So let's talk about over here. Now this gain profile, it's kind of, think about it like an amplifier. And you've got three settings here. So you've got a bass. I'll shut up so you can hear the difference. So you're going to get like some really sharp and higher kind of tones in there. We have a clean, which is just that little more, it takes off some of the edge there. And a mixed, was it a mix between the two? I think that's right. We also have this mode here, which is mix and filter. And again, I think the mix is going to give you a neater, not so crazy high frequency kind of thing. You've got a limiter here, which you can turn off. And you have a clipper as well. Always a good thing to have them on. The mix mode includes, so yeah, there we go. The mix mode includes the dry sound, basically. Nice. And remember, you can blend these as well, too. So why would you want to make sure the clippers are hooked up? Well, because high frequencies can get pretty gnarly, yeah? And they can go crazy. We also have, down here, if you click on this button, you can come up here and any of these knobs that you touch, you'll get a readout here so you can type in if you like, yeah? Or over here. So once this is on, if I click on this rate, or the amount, I can type in an amount. So that's using that little button there. This little center button lets you lock the limiter and clipper. So that'll lock that in. And last but not least, this is the suicide button or the unalive button. Let's read it. Enabling this can result in very high volume levels and could trigger a disruptive, fail-safe reset in the plugin. High energy transients may escape the built-in soft limiter. So, let's just tell you this. Don't just put this on and then start adjusting shit. Adjust shit and then come over here and then turn this up. Right? Ultra high resonances. So don't blow your ears out. Don't blow your speakers up. Don't do damage to yourself. It's not worth it. This background music made this warning sound highly comical. Did it? I feel like getting an ice cream. So yeah, look, this works really cool on bass. Let's go through some presets. We're gonna add some drums in here. Let's just set this back to its initial preset. Because we're gonna want to add some drums, yeah? So let's just do a patterning 3. Let's add some bass in here. We'll use the monolit because it's just had that recent update. We'll do a chem bass, an auto bass. What is this set to? This is in the key of B minor. So we'll come over here and set this to a B minor. And we want to go... because we've got these new basses in here. So we're bringing some drums. Now here's the deal. So I'm pretty sure I was on the beta for this. I'm pretty sure I was. I can't remember anything today. But I didn't really have a manual for this. So the best thing to do is always go through your presets and have a look at how things work. Have a look at the way things change and understand through presets. It really is a good way to find out. And let's just run through some of them on some of the different things here. So we'll start with the drums. And you have a shit ton of presets, yeah? Look at them all. So we've got folders over here. You can export your library of presets. You can import presets. You can rename, delete, do all that kind of stuff. It's a very super easy preset bundle. So we're focusing on the drums right now. So we've got a nice sweep with this one, a comb sweep. So this is going to change over time. Let's get something happening on the drums. How cool is that? I love this preset right here for bass. Talking bass. Look what it's done to that bass. We got some ultra resonant stuff in here. Look, there's no way I'm going to be able to go through all these, of course. So good, so good. That's a good question. The presets in here are just so wild. This is how I've had so much fun with this. This thing's $4, guys. It's $4. It's ridiculous. So you can save presets as well from here. If you've changed it around, you can hit save. You can flick through presets with your plus and minus. Absolutely, Thomas. Get rid of this. Get rid of these key sounds. What have I done here? There we go. Here's the other thing before we get out of here. If I can do it quickly, because I've got to leave. Because I told you guys I've got to get out of here straight away today. Yeah. Hey, we can put some ring modulation on my voice. Okay, I think you get the picture. Let's get out of here because we've got to shut down the show for today and I've got to get out of here. It's rad. It's $4. Is that what it is? Really? Tell me the truth. Is it really $4? It is. It's $3.99. It's just one of the best ring modulators out there. There's so much you can do with it. And so why is it so cheap? Why is it only $4? Well, a little birdie tells me that there could be in the future some possible in-app purchases that'll take this thing a little bit further. We're not sure about that, but that could happen as well too. And it's only going to make the app stronger and better. And betterer, yeah? Let's move this microphone. It's sick. And I don't even have, and the manual isn't even fully finished yet. It's not even fully finished yet. Even today when I got up, there's a whole new section just added before the show. This whole section was just added. So there you go. And I don't think you need to stress too hard about a lot of this stuff. Just get in there and play with it, mess around with some of the presets, and you should be good. Today's featured artist, I want to thank, of course, Zoltan, for being here today. I did a terrible job, but nobody's perfect. It is what it is, you know. Today's featured artist is SG Experiment, and he's got a rad song. He's comes around the channel a fair bit. He puts out these awesome little ditties every now and again, and I should play one of them right now. So this is called Good Acid. And man, would I love some good acid. So right now I have to get out of here, grab my bag, jump on a bus, and I'm heading out to go feed some kangaroos and all these animals. It's going to be wild. So I can't wait to film Walk With Me this week. So this is SG Experiment. The song is called Good Acid because bad acid sucks. And yeah, if you're a Patreon too, there'll be a little thing that pops up offering some giveaways. And yeah, become a patron. It's $1 a month, and I'll master your music each week. $5 and above, and you get to win apps at the races. All right, let's do this. SG Experiment, Good Acid. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. And whatever you do, stay awake. Pete Johns is up next, and I will bounce you over. Let's Oja.